Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, All Things Taylor, just in time for the latest wrestling news update. I am your host, Taeler Hendrix, and this is Impact Tonight, courtesy of Access TV. All right, everybody, as you may or may not have known, Impact Wrestling itself is gearing up for an extra special flagship pay-per-view known as Slammiversary. Coming up next month on June 19th is one of the staple pay-per-views of the company, dating back 20 years. It is the 20th anniversary of Slammiversary, celebrating 20 years of Impact Wrestling and its superstars, the historical moments, the friendships that were tested, the feuds that were born, the blood that was shed, the historical moments that were earned. All of that and so much more culminates at Slammiversary, one of the biggest pay-per-views on the road to Bound for Glory later on in the year. This is huge for the superstars who are wanting to cut their teeth in the company, to make their name, to stake their claim, and to perhaps even start the latest and next chapter in their installments of their career. Each one is valid in and of itself. So let's take a look at what's going to happen tonight as we gear up for Impact on Access TV every Thursday. All right, everybody, so we have several key matches that you are going to be watching out for. First up on the docket is Violent by Design. Violent by Design is going head-to-head against the champions of champions in the company. You have Violent by Design going up against the Impact World Champion, the walking weapon himself, Josh Alexander, as he teams up with the current Impact World Tag Team Champions, the Briscoes. This is going to be a heavy-hitting, high-flying matchup that is going to be very, very interesting. Definitely must-see TV. This is going to be some high-stakes stuff because Violent by Design is looking to get some gold back, and obviously these newly crowned champions are not looking to let go of their grasp anytime soon. We have two knockouts matches scheduled for tonight. We have Masha Slamovic versus Havoc. Now this match is going to be a very, very interesting matchup, and here's why. These two knockouts are not known to have wrestled each other, and this could potentially be the biggest threat to date for Masha Slamovic. And on the flip side of things, Havoc will definitely be looking for some redemption after she suffered an upsetting loss at the last pay-per-view, courtesy at the hands of the current reigning and defending Knockouts World Champion, the Boricua badass herself, Tasha Steelz. So we have one looking to further cement herself as the biggest threat in the company, and the other looking for redemption. Next up, we have two knockouts who are definitely no strangers to each other and no strangers to the knockouts division. We have Jordynne Grace scheduled to go one-on-one with the newly crowned Mrs. Cardona herself, the hot mess, Chelsea Green. Both women are definitely going to be looking to get a leg up on the competition, so to speak, as both will be set to compete in the Queen of the Mountain tournament on Slammiversary on June 19th. So this will be a great way for Jordynne Grace and Chelsea Green to get some bragging rights to kind of boost not only their morale, but also their mystique and the sort of threat that they actually possess in the division heading into such a prestigious tournament. And then last but certainly not least is an Ultimate X qualifying match. Now, similar to the vibe that we are going to see in Masha Slamovic versus Havoc, where one's very hungry and wanting to prove themselves once and for all just how big of a threat they are, and the other one looking for redemption after suffering a loss but is known to be a huge threat of her own. We're going to see something very, very similar in this matchup as Trey Miguel is set to go one-on-one against Impact Wrestling veteran himself, Alex Shelley. Now, in this case, we have one who, all right, first, both are no stranger to Impact Wrestling Championship gold. They're definitely no strangers to the X Division, as Alex Shelley is one of, not necessarily a founding member, but he's one of the founding members that really put the X Division on the map with some crazy shizit, okay? That really opened people's eyes to the depth and talent that was residing in Impact Wrestling when they were staking their claim with the X Division. All right, but we also have Trey Miguel, who has really cut his teeth, so to speak, in Impact Wrestling as a part of the X Division, a former champion in his own right and really staking his claim in the company since he chose to stay instead of heading to WWE. This will be a very, very interesting matchup. We're going to see whether experience will outdo hunger, or whether hunger and tenacity will rule the day against experience when it comes down to Trey Miguel versus Alex Shelley. All right, everybody, this is what you can expect and more coming up on Impact tonight. Definitely comment below with what matches you are most excited to see, who you want to see, and if you are excited for the next Slammiversary next month. All right, everybody, thank you for the latest edition of Impact Tonight. I am your host, Taeler Hendrix. Till next week, everybody.